biggest tasks. Another one is he's got to figure out a way to get Braden Lenzy going.
And you and I both had that one.
Braden Lenzy is a guy that has talent to be a difference maker.
Yes.
But Braden has never been taught how to play the game.
I feel like they've only scratched the surface of what he can do for you within the offense. Yes, we've talked about reverses and all of those different things that you can do, but he just needs to be coached up on the fundamentals of being a receiver. I mean, just doing the little things of being a receiver. And if he can do those, all of a sudden his game takes another step as well. And you can have him, you don't just have to have him on the field for your gadget plays. You can have him on the field for some other things as well. And I don't think that that's a tough transition to make. You know what I mean? Like it's a lot of fundamental play. And if he's involved in that in the spring, when the numbers are going to be so low and it's going to be a lot of one-on-one opportunities, and I'm talking one-on-one with the coach, I think he can get there. I think he can take his game to another level. But you and I both had written down Lenzy. I think, what did I write exactly? I said Lenzy into a wide receiver. Like right now, Lenzy's a skill player.
Right.
He's not a receiver.
He's a track guy, still trying to play football.
That's exactly right. If they can turn him into a receiver, all of a sudden the offense takes another step as well.
And for me, I don't think Braden recognizes how little he's been coached.
Probably not.
I hope that he understands that. I hope that Braden hears what we're saying and understands that. I watch Braden Lenzy play, and I'm like, this kid has no idea how to play football. Like, you watch him get off press. Like, he thinks he can just run around the guy. That's stuff he did in high school, and he could run around.
You're just better than everybody else.
Right. Yeah. And that's the excitement for me is, we saw Braden stay healthy this year. That was a great sign. You hope now that he's matured, physically matured, maybe he's past some of that stuff now that his body's – because what can happen is, you go from like 18 to 20 – that's your final. A lot of guys, that's kind of your final, your body evolution, right? And when you're growing or you're going through some different things, you can maybe be more susceptible. But then as you get older, your body's kind of settled in, and some guys never get past it. Some guys do. Maybe Braden did. Maybe they found a better way to handle his workload, right? Maybe that was the thing. They handled his workload better, which is something we said that they should do. But to me, the thing that they were missing is they never taught Braden how to be successful. He doesn't really understand how to get off routes. He doesn't. It's so important for a guy like him, because if he becomes a master, like if I could give him a master's degree in route running, like if he hired me to be his trainer over the summer, I would put him through the master class of route running.
Yeah, right.
And he would just be dominant next year on 40 touches, because him running a slant route and getting a step on a guy when he catches it is the difference between an 8-yard catch and an 80-yard touchdown, right? Him understanding how to win at the line of scrimmage. If Braden Lenzy knew how – I've never seen him win at the line of scrimmage the right way against anyone good. If he knew how to win at the line of scrimmage, all of a sudden he's hitting bombs, right? Yep. If he knew how to properly execute certain routes, he's going to get the ball in space more. And then that makes the jets and the reverses so much more effective. And that's my thing is, if Braden says, you know what, man – forget all this other stuff. I'm coming back, and I'm going to do what I need to do to be the best technical player I can be, right? Don't rely on your speed anymore. Let's tell Braden Lenzy, pretend you're slow.
Right.
This offseason, pretend you're slow.
Right.
Pretend you're a 4.6 and tell yourself, I'm slow. I got to learn how to get open. Because if he can convince himself of that, and I'm not, you don't want him to be, you understand the point that I'm making. Right?
I do, yes.
Is prepare like you're slow.
Right.
Meaning I have to be great with my technique. I have to be good with I have to understand how to manipulate defenders and get them to go where I want them to go. I have to understand the importance of doing this, this, and this, and this. And then if he can learn those things and take those things to heart and then apply it to his 4.4 speed, he's a big play guy. And that's the thing that I'm saying about Braden is he's got to become that kind of player.
Absolutely.
And if he become that kind of player, then I think he's going to have a chance to be a big-time player for Notre Dame. Again, not big. He's not going to be Will Fuller, 76 catches, and that's just not the workload I think his body's capable of handling. But he can touch the ball 40 to 50 times
he can
in the
still
run
be
and pass game
and
be a 1,000-yard guy.
Yeah, absolutely.
And there's no doubt. And so that's what I want to see Braden.